Welcome back to the Vision Podcast. We got the legendary Ian Taylor on the scene. Welcome, my brother.
Hello. So nice to be here. Thanks for inviting me, buddy.
It's a pleasure, brother. Thank you for hopping on the platform, man. Fuck yeah. All right, man, let's jump into it. Where are you originally from?
Well, I was born in Kansas City, Missouri. So rock on KC Chiefs. Let's go, baby. Patrick Mahomes in the building. You know what I mean? Taylor Swift. Yeah. Anyway, so I was born in Kansas City, Missouri. Moved to Colorado when I was like 6 months old. Right. So really, I'm as close to a Colorado native as you can get without being an actual native.
All right, right on. How long you been making music?
I started my junior year of high school, which was 2013, 2014. So I guess just a little bit over 10 years.
All right, fuck yeah. Veteran to this shit.
Trying, man.
All right, what inspired you? Like, what inspired you to start making music? Was it an artist?
Well, okay, so like I started playing piano, right? That was like my first main instrument. Obviously, I did like recorder, cello, trumpet, all that shit in school and stuff. But my main instrument that I learned, my buddy Quinn, R.I.P., taught me how to play What I've Done by Linkin Park on the piano, right? So I learned how to play piano, and then I started writing singy songs, and then I realized I can't. I'm not much of a singer per se. All right. But I still really love music. You know what I mean? I like creating music. I wrote my first symphony when I was like 5 years old on a little computer program. It wasn't good. Don't get me wrong, but it had all the instruments and they were in time. And then I started doing hip hop right around, I want to say my sophomore year of high school. I just kind of started rapping with some homies. Just kind of like just enjoying the craft, bro. Like the first time I ever rapped was this DJ. His name was Malcolm, but he was a DJ. He did stuff for Bass Nectar back in the day. Like he was having a good time with music and stuff at the time. So we were in the bathroom, but we Jamaican hotbox this bathroom, which is when you it's when you turn on the shower. So it's fucking steamed up, and then you fucking hotbox that shit. Bitch. Yeah. So I went over. Oh, I probably just knocked the mic.
You good?
So I went over to my homie's house and we did that with a group of people. And my brother was with me, and he freestyled.
All right.
And I was like, fuck, dude, big bro Cooper's freestyling. I probably got a freestyle, right? So I dropped one and it was okay. It was like cat hat, rat-a-tat-tat stuff, but it was good, man. And so I like enjoyed it. Everybody was like, woo. And that's when I fell in love with rapping. Like, I just kind of was like, this is cool. I'd never felt cool. I'd always been bullied, that kind of a thing, So it gave me a sense of purpose, something I was good at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what at first initially tied me into it. And then I started listening to like Mac Miller, Hopsin, Eminem. Of course, I listened to Eminem since I was a toddler. And then eventually I heard Webby from my buddy Lucas, and I freaking just started really, really pursuing it. And here we are. So.
All right. So that's crazy. So that's my next question. Who inspired you? Like, who was the main battery in your back as far as artistry or like the artist or public figure? So is it safe to say it's Webby?
Well, he wasn't the catalyst, bro. So like Webby is awesome. I love him. I identify with him for years upon years. His song Little Man, bro, that got me through some serious stuff. But what really, really, really brought it out of me, bro, was The Spins by Mac Miller.
Okay, that song's legendary.
Dude, want to get a mansion, a jacuzzi,
a theater to watch my movies.
I could do the whole fucking song. Man. That shit, I learned how to rap that. And then the next song I learned, because I would sing along with rap lyrics, but I wouldn't get it right.
Yes, sir.
Until then, right? And then I did the freestyle, and I was like, nah, I'm going to fucking learn this shit. I love this shit now. And I started learning about rhyme schemes and like, multis and just all the, the parts of speech too, metaphor, similes, onomatopoeias, all the fun shit that you can do with words. And then I learned The Spins by Mac Miller in 7th grade. And then when Rap God came out, I looked at it by Eminem. I looked at it and I was like, I'm going to learn how to rap that. And I was probably, I don't know when Rap God came out, but it feels to me like I was probably 12, 11, something like that.
Okay.
And I learned Rap God. No, I wasn't. That's a lie. Bullshit. No, I was in high school by then. So I was probably 14, 15, maybe 16.
Okay.
At my buddy's house. We were playing Call of Duty, and I learned how to do Rap God. I wanted to do the fast part.
Yeah.
I wanted to do the fast part. That's why I've always been choppy and stuff. And so I figured it out. And so Eminem and Mac Miller, those were the two.
M and Mac.
Yeah, but Hopsin too, bro. Hopsin gave me the attitude. So like I did the fast shit, I did the quote unquote corny shit that Mac used to do back in the day, the positivity, the good vibes, the white boy shit. That white boy shit. Yeah. And so I did all that, but Hopsin gave me the edge. Like gave me the Eminem gave me the chops, Mac Miller gave me the vibe, and Hopsin gave me the edge.
Like the swag.
Say. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. Okay. So who was the first local artist that caught your attention being here in Colorado? Like who was the first one you were like, I see you.
The first one, so I was introduced to the scene pretty young into my career, and it was because of my brother. Actually, his friend, can't remember his name, but God bless his heart, he introduced me to Black Pegasus. So I never had listened to local music before that. I had never been exposed to it. I didn't know that there was a scene. I had no idea. So I would say initially it was Black Pegasus, but the actual artist, local artist that I listened to first, Reckless County, all day, every day,
Reckless
bro.
County.
I loved their shit. They were so fire. They need to do more stuff. Casey, Jason, I'm looking at you,
Okay.
motherfuckers. You need to do more stuff because they are epic, bro. I love Reckless County. Like they crazy with
Reckless
it.
County.
But that's yeah. So Black Pegasus and Reckless County.
Bet. Big bet. What was the first project that you ever made? Like
The
the
Rising.
first project? Because I got two questions for you on this one.
Okay.
We'll redact that. What was the first song that you ever wrote?
Yeah.
The first song you ever wrote.
Yeah. Sophomore year of high school. So first rap song I ever wrote. Because I wrote other shit that was like singy songy back in middle school and stuff. But first rap song I ever wrote was my sophomore year of high school. I wrote this song. I was hanging with this group of dudes, Kyle, Connor, Michael, like all these guys, and like Alec. And I wrote this song about all the homies just getting high.
Okay.
Because I was like, why not, right? It was after the Hotbox thing, so I was inspired. I wanted to write about some weed with the homies. You know what I'm saying? And I wrote it on this little. It was when Razer first got their touchscreen.
Oh shit.
Right, so I wrote it on that phone, bro. That phone ended up getting stolen the last day of sophomore year, and I lost that song forever.
Fuck.
But that was the first song I ever wrote. I showed it to all the homies. They kind of laughed at me. That group of kids didn't necessarily believe in the rap stuff. They were all punk rockers. But yeah, so that was the first one I ever wrote. It was like this little weed smoking fun thing with all the homies' names.
All right. So that leads to, what was the first project that you ever made?
That was after. So my brother and I always have a backstory with every question. If I ever talk too long, just let me know,
let
bro.
it rip. The folks need to know. I want to know. The fans want to know.
Yeah.
Go in, bro. And let's correct it. It can be a mixtape. It can be an EP. Whatever it was. Your first piece of work that you
my first full length actual project. It was this mixtape called The Rising, and honestly, I can listen to it now, and I see the potential in it. You know what I mean? But God, it is so bad. But it was so fun because it was the first time I'd ever like taken on a project by myself. You know what I mean? Like really done something that no one really knows about too much. Like I'm kind of just doing it for me and in my own room, like on my own time, putting work into something, really doing something for myself. You know what I mean? And it was called The Rising. I want to say that was 2013. 2014, early on, I released it on SoundCloud. Still up on SoundCloud, by the way. Go check it out, motherfuckers. You'll hate it, but download that bitch anyway. But no, it was fun, man. It was a good time. It was all. So I prided myself. My first like 6 mixtapes of not having any features, so I just did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it was like 26 songs, no fucking features. And I was in high school and I had no fans. No one knew I was rapping, and I just made that bitch, and then I put it on SoundCloud and started promoting it, and then I just kind of kept going from there, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now this is where I picked up for your journey, right? Describe the creation process of Adventure and Rhymes.
Adventure Rhymes.
Adventures and Rhymes, man. I love the Adventure Time theme on that.
Yes.
Fucking amazing. We'll start there.
Yeah. So Adventure Rhymes was my was one of my EPs way back in the day for people who don't know. Or not EPs. It was a mixtape, man. Or no, it wasn't. It was an album. I put that shit on all majors.
It's on Spotify.
Yeah, that bitch is on all majors.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
That artwork was done by my good friend, childhood friend named Caleb Brooks, bro. He did such a good job. And the cool part about that artwork too, the Adventure Times theme and stuff, is I put every one of my friends in that photo. That's the cover of the album. Brandon's in there.
Dope.
He's in there. If you look closely, bro, he's in there. My buddy Zaz is in there. Macadoe, he was my producer at the time. He was my engineer at the time.
DJ Macadoe.
He's in there. Freaking
shout out Macadoe.
My dude Key's in there. Alex, my old videographer's in there, bro. We just animated them all, made them all a character, and then put him into that picture, bro. So that's dope. That was such a fun thing, bro. The first song on that was a one take. It was called Adventure Rhymes. It was the name of the album. It was just a free verse, right? And we filmed a video. It was just us and like the close homies in a fucking garage. And like we had so much fun, and I filmed a video for I think the first 5 of that album. But everything on it is also produced by Any Waywell, so that's why I started making it.
Okay.
Any Waywell Beats, great producer group. They are from Europe. Daniel, who I've talked to from the group, he is from Lithuania, I think. I could be very wrong about that. Or maybe the Netherlands, somewhere around there. Dope producers. I heard their beats and they were so adventurous. They were just so out there and cool and sparkly and fun and fucking tight. Like they had sick drops. I was like, God, so I hit him up. I was like, can I write an entire mixtape with you guys and do music videos for every song? We were gonna do it for every song. We only did it for the first 5, but because they were a lot of work. But it was fun, man. Adventure Rhymes, one of my favorite projects ever, just out of nostalgia purposes, you know.
Okay, all right. That's dope. That's actually legendary as fuck.
Yeah, bro. Good times, man. Great album.
Man.
I love that you asked about that. Nobody talks about Adventure Rhymes. They talk about the IT guy off that. That's about it, bro.
Nah, bro. That's a good project. It's a good project.
It was fun, man.
All right. Who was the first artist that gave you a chance or spotlight? Like whether it was a national, whether it was local, who was the first artist that was like, yo, Ian, I want you on the track, or let's do a track?
So collab-wise came earlier than the actual artist that put me on. So two-parters. So the first collab track that I ever did that I was like, holy shit. It was fuck, dude. I want to say it was either Michael III, rest in peace, man. Michael III or fucking Rosen Bars.
Okay.
I want to say because I was very young. Do you know Rosen Bars?
I do not.
Legend out of Colorado Springs, bro. That man can freestyle like no other. Like you've heard of Harry Mack?
I have.
So Rosen Bars he's like a slower version of Harry Mack. Like he don't really chop it up, but his bars are like Ab-Soul like. Okay. You know what I mean?
Lyrical.
Lyrical as fuck, bro. Rosen Bars, if you haven't heard of him, check him out. He used to be a part of this group called ONE. They broke off. He went solo. He's dope, bro. So he was him and Stevie G, who was the first person who ever recorded me. He recorded my first release single, Day by Day, way back in the day, and I got a feature with him. So like it was a cool little moment like that. And then the first artist to put me on was Black Pegasus.
Okay.
I remember meeting him.
Legend Black P.
Of course, dude. I remember meeting him in a Walgreens parking lot for tickets to my first show ever, bro. We met in this Walgreens parking lot off of Academy in fucking Austin Bluffs.
Okay.
Like a little bit down the way. Like it's the next street up. And I remember telling my mom, I was like 15, 16. No, I was 16. I had my license. And I remember telling my mom, like, I'm going to meet with Black Pegasus at the Walgreens parking lot off Academy. And she was like, the fuck you are? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, tickets, mom. I'm not in a gang.
That's hard, bro.
She didn't know, you know. Yeah. But Black Pegasus is one of the coolest guys on the planet. Congrats to all the success on his YouTube channel. 40-year-old fuckboys, man. So fun, man. But yeah, he put me on my first show. It was Herb the Phenom. And then second show was Liquid Assassin, and we just went from there, man.
Okay. First of all, salute to Black Pegasus. That's the fucking big
That's the OG, bro.
Nothing's possible in Colorado without that man. So absolutely. That's a legend. That's absolutely. A fucking legend. Let's see. Who are your favorite local artists that you have had the pleasure to be in the scene with? If you were to give your flowers to the folks that your comrades, your fellow brothers in combat in this field of artistry, give them their flowers, man. Who shout out all the people that you believe in, the people that you fuck with. Who are your favorite local artists? Who do you listen to? Who's in your playlist? And who do you recommend for the people that are going to be watching to go check out?
So that's an interesting question because I got to be honest, the Colorado hip hop scene has evolved so much since I first started, man. There's so many dope artists out here. So if your name's not mentioned, it ain't no hate. Honestly, the scene here now is so much more bountiful than it used to be, and I love that. You know, back when I was very, very first starting, there was only a few. You know, I'm sure there were other people out there, but nowadays there's hundreds of these motherfuckers, and a lot of them are really, really fucking good. I would say my personal favorites. Got to give love to Big Mac. That's my dog. Got to give love to Blitz. He engineers all my music. The dude makes beats, can sing his ass off, fucking raps, fucking does all of it. Sleazy, of course,
my nigga,
you be killing it, my dog. And then I mean, if we go back to like what's really in my playlist though is Big Mac, Rosen Bars. I still got a few of his in my playlist from like almost 10 years ago. And probably Blitz, man. Honestly, like it's just me, Big Mac, Blitz, and some of Rosen's stuff, man. Up in my playlist regularly. But I don't listen to a lot of music these days. I be writing or I'm on the move doing something that I don't get to listen to it too. So I need to get back into listening to more music.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Fuck yeah, man. We appreciate the love, brother.
Hey.
All right. What would you tell the younger version of yourself? Like, I think I covered my microphone, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask that again. What would you tell the younger version of yourself? Like if you can go back 5 years from now, like 6, 7 years from now, if you could look at the young dude that's in the microphone for the first time,
right,
pulling up that DAWs, for the first time, like
yeah.
what would you tell little Ian? Like, hey, bro, like, what's that conversation look like? What you gonna tell him?
You're gonna have a lot of ups and downs, motherfucker. That's all I gotta say. Like, I've had some beautiful moments. I've had some really, really sad moments. I've had some amazing, glorifying, heavenly shit happen, and then I've had like hellish, devilish shit happen. So you're gonna have a lot of ups and downs. Never give up though. Like, keep fucking pushing because you have great moments no matter what bad is going on around you. I would also say don't smoke cigarettes, you fucking idiot. You're gonna get addicted to nicotine for the rest of your life. Piece of shit. And I think that's it, bro. Honestly, I would just say I know shit sucks, but you got this, and I do, And I think that's the biggest thing I'd tell him.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. If you could give any advice to an up and coming artist that's trying to, that's inspired by Ian Taylor's story, what would you tell them? Like if they're like, yo, Ian, bro, I love what you're doing. I'm doing this rap shit because of you. Your story inspired me. What would you tell them?
Be yourself, I think, is the biggest thing. And I know that sounds cliche, but I had to think on that. I was like, do I want to say this because it sounds so cliche? But it's not. In the rap industry, especially, you need to find who you are. You need to find your sound. You need to find what's working for you, because there's so many artists out there that I don't like, which means that so many people out there like them, that they were successful and I'm not included. What that means is you can't please everybody, but someone's going to really fuck with your sound. Someone's really going to enjoy it. Look at ICP. Look at fucking these people with very, very unique niches of music, but they fucking ride for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, be yourself. Never be afraid to do that. Find your voice, even if you think it sounds weird, and then have fun with it. Get confident with it, and then the sky's the fucking limit, dog. Like, way past it. Space is the fucking limit, dog.
Yeah.
Just find your path and be confident in it as you stride upon it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good advice. Good advice. Who would you like to work with locally that you haven't worked with, and who would you like to work with nationally that you haven't worked with?
That I haven't worked. I've worked with everybody locally. That's real. Anybody that I have a preference to work with locally, I've worked with them. Just because honestly, like all of them are such cool dudes, mm-hmm. And I've always looked up to them as artists and as colleagues and stuff, so they're all super sweet. They all gave me the features, and we worked on their stuff too. Like, so locally, honestly, I've worked with everybody. I think my favorite person to collab with has probably been Big Mac, just because of our energy in the studio. Okay. Like, everybody else is awesome. Please do not get me wrong when I say that, but Big Mac and I, when we get in the fucking studio, dog, it's like
it's cracking.
Matches ignite and fucking the stars align and the universe is perfect. You know what I mean? Like, we create some really cool music in there. So he's my favorite to get in the stew with. And of course Blitz, because he does everything.
Yeah.
And then nationally, bro, I mean, without the obvious answer of like Eminem, I would say more of a deep cut answer. Fuck, dude. I mean, Hopsin, bro, like that would be crazy. That would be crazy. It used to be Mac Miller, I won't lie. Like, when that was an option, that would have been awesome. So. But Hopsin for sure, bro. Just because he's so like elusive. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't work with too many people. So it'd be really, really cool to get on a track with him, because he inspired me for a lot of my first like mixtapes and stuff like that.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Where was your first performance at? What was the venue?
Peak 31, baby. Okay. Peak 31. Do you remember that venue?
So I never got the honor to.
The old Union Station.
Yeah, man, never got the honor. But Daniel Gooden, shout out to my brother Daniel Gooden.
That's my bro.
Fucking
love
dog,
you, Daniel.
Bro. Love you, Daniel.
He's on a few songs on my next album.
All right, fuck yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah,
so
a few. I think I got 2 of them.
Hell yeah,
2 or 3.
man. Fuck yeah. So I do believe that was one of Daniel's first shows as well, and he was the first person ever convinced me to do a show. But off the topic of me, yeah, that's how I've heard of it. Legendary venue, because it's a lot of the pioneers of Colorado's first show.
Well, because back in the day, they did the hip-hop shows. It got a little dangerous around those parts, and it attracted the wrong crowd eventually, and things kind of fell apart. But when Peak 31 was popping, bro, when I first got into even promoting shows, I would throw them at Peak 31 or the Black Sheep or Sunshine Studios. Those were for me the 3 staples. I know there's like the Royal Castle for like open mic stuff, I never really did much of the open mic stuff. But yeah, Peak 31, Irv de Phenom was my very first show. Shout out Irv de Phenom too. I think he changed his name to something different. But he's just he's a crazy artist, dude. Crazy artist. He did a song with Dizzy Wright. Like I think it was Can't Feel This Way or on that album or something like that. But it was very, very good.
Hell yeah, man. So let's talk about the most recent events. What made you move to ATL, man? What made you move to Atlanta? How's the transition been? You know, like how has the move been? You know, like what's the difference between the culture between Colorado and
Atlanta,
there with the music? You know, like as far as the artistry and how artists support each other here and how artists function here and over there.
Yeah.
How has it been with the transition?
I can't speak too much on Atlanta's culture when it comes to hip hop because I haven't really integrated myself with it too much. And there's various reasons for that, but honestly, like it's a really cool culture once you're inside of it. I've seen it from the outside, and they do really have each other's backs, and it is a very, very cool, culture. I would say like I prefer Colorado Springs' culture just because I'm from here and I've seen what it grew from to where it's at. And I bet you if I was from Atlanta and really born and raised there, like I would probably see the same shit there.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool to see where it's come to where it's at now. But yeah, for me, bro, like Colorado Springs will always be home. Like this is my stomping grounds. You know what I mean? Like I would move back in a heartbeat if it made sense musically, and I think it's getting to that point where it's starting to make sense musically with Colorado, just because of all the progress I've seen inside of the state. Like we didn't have a community like we got now. Like I think of the show I just did with Big Mac where every single solitary fucking artist was fucking with each other.
Yep.
Every single person was dapping each other up. Everybody was showing love. There was no hate. There was no animosity. The venue was showing love. Like everything was really, really cool. And then I look back to when I first started and that just wasn't the case. There was a lot of edginess. There was a lot of, which edginess is fine, but like the negative competitive spirit is something that I don't really get behind. It doesn't make sense. We're here to make music, something that everybody enjoys. Why be hatefully competitive about it? You know what I'm saying? Be competitive. Fuck yeah. Like I want to do better than the best person here all day, bro. I've had a silent competition with Black Pegasus my whole fucking career. And I love that, man. You know what I'm saying? Competitiveness is healthy. Competitiveness is good for the culture, good for the community, but the negativity back in the day sucked. So seeing where it's come from then to now, oh, bro.
Yep.
Culture
in
Colorado.
Up from here. It's only up from here.
Exactly, bro. Culture in Colorado is where it's at. I love Atlanta. Shout out ATL. Thank you for hosting me the past couple of years. But man, Colorado just got something that I need. You know what I mean?
Yes. We're on the way, baby. All right, brother. What do you have in the works that people need to know about, bro? Let's take a moment to really highlight on shit you got in the works.
Yeah.
If you want to, hint anything, if you want to staple that shit and, announce this now, like, we're going to push this shit with you, man, because you're a pioneer. You're the big homie to us, like I said, it's an honor to be able to carry on beside you guys and behind you guys.
That's
you guys being the pioneers. So what do you got going on, bro? Like, what's about, you got anything coming out? You got anything about to fuck smack people in the face with? You got any new situations?
So yeah. I know we're getting towards the end and I'd be drawing on a lot, but like backstory, like I had a really rough couple of years. I was getting out of this label situation and had to kind of maneuver that. And now I'm doing things that I can't even talk about because I'm so excited and it's kind of secret. Like, so there's a side of things that's going up, but the past couple of years have been kind of tough. So I wrote initially this album called A Healthy Mix. And I was going to release A Healthy Mix. It was supposed to be the end of the what do you call a set of four?
Quadruple.
The quadruple. So I did That's Taylor. I did 8-Bit, and then I did Oceans. Those were 3 EPs. And I was going to drop an album called A Healthy Mix at the end because That's Taylor is this confident, cocky teenager. 8-Bit is, That's Taylor is a not confident, cocky teenager, an insecure teenager who kind of overcomes his own insecurity by talking good about himself. 8-Bit is when he lets it get away from him and he starts getting cocky and shit like that. And then Oceans is when the world hits you and you realize it's not all about that. You know what I mean? And then I wanted to finish it with this project called A Healthy Mix. And I sat on that album for 2 years. It's a great album. It's done. It's all ready, but it's not the one, right? Mm-hmm. So instead, I converted A Healthy Mix into this project that I'm calling Resurgence. And really, really excited about it. Big Big City was the first single off of it. I might put Pompeii on it, but that's an oldie. But it's something that was so hard for me to write because I almost I went through a moment of almost giving up before all this really cool behind the scenes shit started happening. And so it's kind of like I started writing it during that. And then you get to see this swell of character throughout the album. You know what I mean? Like it's something where like you're in a really dark place and you take it from the darkness to the light, but you wouldn't appreciate this without this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the whole concept of it. And so Resurgence, it's an album. That was a long-winded way of saying that I'll be coming out with shortly. And I'm pretty fucking stoked about it. I'm just figuring out how to release it the right way because it's important to me.
Yes, sir. Doing it the right way. That's important, man. Fuck yeah. All right. If you could describe yourself as an artist with just a few words or a brief description, give the people a quick, Ian Taylor, who are you? Bam!
I don't fucking know, bro. I don't know why half these people like me, man. I rap my ass off. I'm a choppy ass rapper. I got cocky shit. I got party shit. I got really, really sad shit for the feels. I got really, really uplifting shit. I'm all over the place, dude. I don't know. I think just well-meaning, I guess would be the whole point, you know? Like I write really sad shit, but I always put like where I came from to where I'm at in it so that people don't feel sad and then it's just more sad. It's the ups and the downs. It's the darkness and the light. You got to have that balance, you know? So I definitely write that sad shit and I think that's my favorite stuff to write. But and those are probably in my opinion, my most powerful songs like Sky off of Oceans and stuff. But I guess I try to be fun loving and happy and fun and fucking barsy and shit like a MC and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Be a real character and artist.
Yeah. I like to go all over the place, man.
Big bet. All right, bro. This is the legendary final question.
Oh, boy.
All right, y'all. As usual, y'all know my camera overheats and shit, so we had to goddamn karate chop that motherfucker. All right, brother.
He put it in a chokehold, bro. That shit was crazy.
Yes, bro. Yes. Had to tell him up a cool down.
Never seen somebody choke out a fucking iPhone before.
Yeah, man. All right, bro. So, legendary question. Our podcast is called The Vision Podcast. Reason being is everything that we do starts with the vision, and kudos to anybody that brings that vision to reality. So, my brother, what is your vision for yourself, for your brand, for who Ian Taylor is? Where do you see yourself going? What is your vision, my brother?
Honestly, man, I mean, I've been doing this shit 10 years. I guess when I was 16, I would have said, my vision is to be better than the next Eminem. But, like, nowadays, bro, I just want to, like, make a difference. You know, my mom inspired me because she started the entire Proteus Syndrome Foundation. My mom's a beast, bro. Like she does some really, really cool shit for the world. And she changed the lives of a good handful of people, you know? And I think if I can bring that in some kind of way on a broader scale, bro, like that's important to me because I've seen what difference a small compartment of the world can make when effort is put in. I want to put effort into the rest of it and see what I can do with it. You know what I mean?
Yes,
and I think the only way that I could really do that, because people, you know, they're like, well, go be a scientist, go become the president, that kind of thing. No, like I'm not good at that stuff. You know, this is the only thing that I'm good at. This is the only thing that I've ever really had. And so if I can do it this way, I'm gonna do it. You know, and that's kind of where I sit with it. Is if I can, somebody tells me like, damn, bro, this one song that you wrote made me do this one thing. And it changed my life, or it made me happier. You know, that is so much more powerful than $1 million. That is so much more powerful than anything else. You know, and so I think that's probably what I would do with it. Is if somebody can fucking be happy with what I do, it makes them happy. They do something good. Heck, fuck yeah! It's called the ripple effect. It's the fucking butterfly effect, is what it's called. You know, like who knows what that does in 1,000 years?
Yes, sir. Well. It's been another legendary episode, y'all. Ian, thank you so much for hopping on the platform.
Yes.
Legendary story, bro. Can't wait to see how far you take this shit.
Of course.
Thank you for setting the motherfucking way for everyone, you know what I'm saying? Because my nigga is a legend. My nigga is really pioneering this
Shout out BP for really setting the way for all of us, man.
Yes,
That's
bro.
real life.
Black Pegasus, bro. The real legend. The motherfucking first to do it. The motherfucking G. So, y'all, it's the Vision Podcast. Ian Taylor. It's been another great episode. Y'all, to the next one. Let's go.
Let's go.